Welcome to our video series, Learn Rhino 3D in 11 Simple Ring Band Projects. In the skills portion of our video series, I'll take you through working with lines. Let's go ahead and maximize top view. When you type in the line command, you can freehand draw a line on the work plane. Let's go ahead and try that now. A useful shortcut to repeat your previous command is to simply press Enter. That way I don't have to type into the command line. Let's go ahead and draw another line. These lines have been drawn in any direction, or we can constrain the direction of our lines by activating Ortho. For example, I'll hit Enter again to shortcut the line command. I'll start my line where the cursor is located, and I can either hold down Shift to turn on Ortho or move up to the status bar and turn it on. I'll draw out my cursor. Note the movement is not currently constrained. I'll hold down Shift, and now I can constrain the movement of my cursor to draw a perfectly straight line parallel with the x-axis. I'll click, and now I've drawn my line. We can also use coordinates to specify where we'd like our lines to go. Let's get the line command up, and let's create a 10mm line going straight along the y-axis. We'll start it at 0, so I'll input the coordinate 0, 0. And for the end of the line, I'll input 0, 10. Now we can see that our line has gone straight up the y-axis. It starts at x equals 0, y equals 0, and ends at x equals 0 and y equals 10. Recall from our C-plane video that the x-axis runs horizontally and the y-axis runs vertically. For all coordinates located on the top of the x-axis or the right side of the y-axis, we will use positive values. However, if we'd like our objects to be located below the x-axis or to the left of the y-axis, then we can input negative values. Let's try that now. We'll create a 10mm line running below the x-axis and on the left side of the y-axis. I'll go ahead and get the line command up. Let's start a line at x equals -10 and y equals -10. Note how I don't have any spaces between the values. I'll hit Enter. Let's have that line run 5mm long. I'll keep the negative values and I'll input -15. And note the positioning of the line. Finally, if I want to project my line into 3D space, we can input Z coordinates as well. Let's go ahead and delete these lines. We'll go to perspective view. Let's create a line that projects into the Z axis. I'll hit the line command, and let's start our line at 0. A good shortcut if you want to start at 0 is just to input 0. We don't need to input a value for the X, Y, and Z coordinates. I'll hit Enter. And let's end our line at 0 for X, 0 for Y, and 50 for Z. I'll press Enter, and I'll zoom out a little bit. And now you can see the line projecting into 3D space. You should now have a good understanding of working with lines and inputting precise coordinates for line creation as needed. Stay tuned for the next video, creating two-dimensional shapes.